Christ discussing film. Your tweet is just so dramatic. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, it's time that I comment about this. I've actually sat on this for a little bit just to hear anything else that was going to come about, you know, with all this craziness that's happening. I mean, we already talked about, I don't know, it was like a week and a half ago where they said, like, oh, Jared Leto was, he felt alienated and upset and blah, 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 and it was like, duh! And it was pretty much old news. We heard about that when the announcement of Todd Phillips' Joker movie was announced, and, you know, all of a sudden it was just like, why is that coming out again? That's interesting. But the real article is from The Hollywood Reporter, and it's titled, "You've Got to Stop This," in quotes, Jared Leto fumed over new Joker movie. Okay, let's look through here. Ah, yes! No quote! Kim Masters. Shocked. According to sources familiar with Leto's behavior, when the Oscar-winning actor learned of the Phillips project, he not only complained bitterly to his agents at CAA, who also represent Phillips, but asked his manager, Irving Azoff, to call the leader of Warner's parent company. It's unclear whether... The idea was to get Warner's to kill the Phillips film. Kill. A source in Leto's camp denies the actor made this request, and Azoff declined to comment. Azoff and Leto have since parted ways. So when it comes to this, if you are not a fan of Leto and did not like his Joker, you're all for it. If you are a fan of Leto and you like this Joker, you're like, fuck this, there's nothing that, you know, it's just the normal back and forth. But luckily I like to just sit back and just be like, let's look at both sides here. Let's look at the evidence. First off, like I said, no quote. No actual quote. It's just a little weird. And this is a fucking Hollywood Reporter journalist that put a quote as if it was from Leto himself that says, "You've got to stop this." This goes through a fucking editor too, right? Or did the editor make the title? Leto's a weird guy. We know this. He's a method actor, and, you know, he's a weird guy. And if you don't think he's a weird guy, that's a fucking cult. There's a chance that, yes, he got really upset and that this did actually happen. The thing is, we're never going to know. I don't think it's ever going to be possibly known unless it's on record somewhere, or we get some kind of, like, you know, phone left voicemail or something like that from Leto or from somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be the case. But at the same time, we're also going like, yeah, he has every right to be pissed. He enjoyed playing this character. He was trying to make something different with this character, and he got cut. Like, big time. The big Hollywood machine just sucking the life out of this character that he, like, lost himself into. And, I mean, let's just face facts, folks. I don't think we're going to see a Leto Joker again. I'm talking about new stuff. Apparently, we're going to see possible stock footage and something in Birds of Prey, which just... The more I hear about that part, I just kind of go, why? And, of course, in the article, she talks about all the stuff, like the gifts and everything like that were reportedly sent to the actual cast, the crazy ones, like a live rat and used condoms, stuff like that. But I think some of that was debunked, even though it's just like, oh, it kind of makes sense if he's really getting to the character. But, you know, it sucks, too, because I always said Leto's Joker, no matter what you feel about it, it's like he didn't have time to breathe. It was a different kind of Joker, which I was totally down for because it had that mob-esque type Joker. And we look at Ledger's, and then of course you look at now Phillips. I mean, Phillips is a whole different breed. Ledger's Joker was not really mob rule. He was just an anarchist that was just, you wanted to watch the world burn. And when it came to Leto's Joker, it really had that gangster-esque mob Joker, and I wish we saw more of it, but sadly, Film Junkie Court rules that this is most likely bullshit, but we're never going to actually know because no one's there and there's no other real evidence. It's just kind of dumb, but I'm looking at it, you know, who wrote it, and the fact there's no quote, it just screams that it's bullshit. But then it just begs the question, why is this coming out right now? Why? Why? Oh! Because people can't stop talking about Joker, all right? It's very high up in the analytics, so why not capitalize on that just a little bit more by throwing in the same name, but a different actor. And then, of course, have it where there's drama, and then clicks. That's just the way it works. That's why it's like, I mean, if I were to actually like, put all this data into a machine, it'd be like, oh, this is like it's fucking 81% BS for sure. So it's just everything just screams that it's just like, okay, it's BS, blah blah blah. But then again, who knows? We're never gonna fully know. So let's stop talking about it. But don't get your hopes up on seeing Leto as Joker again. I mean, after all this, seeing this, and the fact that there is a popular movie like this out there, with a similar character. It's gonna happen, guys. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel at filmjunkie.com for all my content. Follow me in the sock meds over there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship. And of course, shirts like this one down below. All right, guys. Talk to you later.